My Father's Paradise, A Son's Search for His Jewish Past in Kurdish Iraq is a memoir written by Kurdish-American journalist Ariel Sabar and published in 2008. In this book, Sabar explores the Jewish cultural history of Kurdistan and Iraq while sharing his personal journey as the son of a Kurdish Jewish immigrant growing up in Los Angeles. He recounts his efforts to reconstruct his family's history through the stories of his father, Yona, who currently works as a professor of Aramaic at the University of California, Los Angeles. The memoir has received acclaim for its depiction of the diverse nature of Jewish identity in the modern world and its compelling argument for embracing one's genealogical narratives. The narrative begins with an anecdote relayed by Sabar's father about his experience in Israel. Yona had traveled there in search of someone who had known his deceased father's family, but he faced ridicule due to his last name, Sabar, which had been altered to adopt an Ashkenazi Jewish connotation from its original Kurdish Jewish form, Sabaga. Yona, having been expelled from Iraq in the 1950s due to being Jewish, struggled to assimilate into Israel, which was itself a nation marked by internal conflicts. This early memory serves as the foundation for Sabar's exploration of his own sense of belonging within his Jewish American identity. Sabar reflects on his formative years in Los Angeles, where he was acutely aware of the differences between the adults in his family and those of his peers. He attributes this awareness not only to their Jewish heritage or his father's unique fluency in Aramaic, but also to a deeper understanding rooted in a cultural upbringing that diverged significantly from the mainstream Los Angeles culture. During his upbringing, Sabar confesses to rejecting his father, dismissing him as conservative and traditional. My Father's Paradise, A Son's Search for His Jewish Past in Kurdish Iraq delves into the life of Ariel Sabar, a Kurdish-American journalist, as he uncovers his family's Jewish heritage and explores the cultural history of Kurdistan and Iraq. Sabar's father, Yona, led a secluded life as a scholar and the sole translator of Aramaic for Hollywood films. It was only when Sabar became a father himself that he rekindled his interest in his genealogy. Rather than focusing on his own personal history, Sabar turns his attention to the stories passed down by his parents. He recounts the life of his great-grandfather, Ephraim, a devout and sleep-deprived dyer who dedicated countless hours to prayer in the synagogue. Sabar also shares his paternal grandmother Miriam's experience of enduring an unhappy arranged marriage to her first cousin and the heartbreaking loss of her child, taken by the nurse who aided in the birth. The Jewish community in Kurdistan, a land without a defined geographic boundary, numbered only a few thousand individuals. In the early 2000s, Sabar embarks on a journey to Iraq, once known as Kurdistan, in search of his missing great-aunt and traces of his heritage. However, he encounters challenges navigating the Middle East and understanding the complexities of his own Jewish identity. Much of his exploration takes place in Zakho, his father's birthplace, where Sabar intertwines memories of his travels in Iraq and the traditions of Kurdish Judaism with deeply personal recollections involving his own son. One poignant scene revolves around Sabar's contemplation of whether to have his son circumcised, an obligation according to Jewish religious law, despite conflicting with his own secular and progressive ethical beliefs. My Father's Paradise paints a vivid picture of Sabar's genealogical past, albeit tragically incomplete. Nevertheless, he suggests that he has found solace in the realization that one's modern identity can be whole, even in the face of assimilation challenges and the untraceable aspects of family history. The history of Judaism, with its intricate tapestry and vastness, encapsulates both its profound richness and captivating beauty, while also alluding to a narrative of wandering and moments of erasure. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.